Your breathing is one of your most powerful natural resources for healing and self-care. I'm Dr. Natalie Masson, bringing you Fertility from the Soul, where you learn how to harness the natural powers of your mind and body to cultivate optimal fertility and overall vitality. The breath impacts every level of our being, from mind to body to soul. And in this exercise, I'll be showing you a few techniques to work with your body and your breath to release tension from the abdominal area and access a natural diaphragmatic breathing pattern that can increase circulation to your womb. I'll introduce visualizations to help slow the breath and also to bring nurturing energy to important parts of your being. You might find yourself becoming very relaxed during the process. That makes this a nice exercise to do before falling asleep. You also might find that it helps you to ground and recharge when you have a break during the day. Before we get started, find a comfortable place where you can limit interruptions and distractions. Wear something that's comfortable and flexible. Notice if you're wearing tight, restrictive clothes. Notice your bra, notice your waistband. If any of your clothing is tight around your torso, this is really important to address. Loosen belts, straps, and buttons, or change your clothes so that your body can really be unrestricted. If your hair is tied up, you might even find that releasing your hair feels better to you as you really get ready to relax and let go. It can be helpful to move and stretch a bit before settling in, so go ahead and do that now if it feels helpful to you. When you're ready, lie down on a bed or on the floor, maybe on a yoga mat, wherever you feel comfortable. You can also sit back in a chair or recliner, but be sure that you're in a position where your spine is long, not collapsed, so not a slouching position. If you're lying on your back, I find it helpful to have the knees bent a bit instead of extended straight out, so try placing a pile of pillows under your legs, or you might bend your knees with your feet flat on the floor or the bed and rest your knees against each other. You can also use a chair, sitting on the floor at the foot of the chair, resting your calves on the seat of the chair. None of this is critical, though. You can also lie with your legs extended if that's what feels most comfortable, but you might play with your leg positioning as we go to see what gives you the most ease. Let's begin. We'll start with just noticing the breath flowing into the body and out. Let go of any notions of how you might think you're supposed to breathe, and just allow your breath to flow naturally in whatever way feels comfortable to you. You might notice the sensations of the air passing through your nostrils, down your throat, into your body, and out. You might notice the pace of your breath. You might notice where it expands in your body. You might notice how deep into your body you feel the flow of the breath. Now I'd like to invite you to place your hands over your chest. And as you tune into the presence of your hands here, notice how the breath flows into this part of your body. Notice how this part of your body moves as the breath leaves your body. Now moving your hands down a few inches, place your hands over the solar plexus area. This is the area around where your ribs meet at your sternum. And just resting your hands here, notice how this part of your body moves as breath flows into your body and out. Now moving your hands down a few more inches, place your hands over your belly and notice how this part of your body moves as the breath flows into your body and out. Without any agendas or expectations, just witnessing breath flowing in, breath flowing out. Taking a moment now to acknowledge this very sacred part of your body. Your hands are resting over your womb, and maybe this is a nice time to send some love and positive energy from your heart to your womb, aware of all of its potential, aware of all that it is designed to do and all that you are inviting it to do for you. This is where your eggs live. This is where new life begins. So sending kind, loving energy to your eggs, your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your uterus. It's quite a miraculous system for nurturing new life. And right now, we are giving nourishment to this area by giving it kind attention and bathing it in slow waves of gentle breathing. Inviting now a softening of tension from the belly. Resting your attention in your abdominal area and notice if there are any areas where you might be holding tension, and inviting these areas to soften and release. Letting go of any ideas that you should hold in your belly or that your belly is not okay just the way it is. Allowing it to be perfect just as it is and giving permission to soften, release, and let go. And with gentle, loving hands, gently massaging different areas of your belly. Very gently exploring with your hands, with your fingers, all the way around from the bottom of your rib cage, out toward your sides, down toward your pelvic bone. Gently massaging throughout your belly, gently touching in, breathing into whatever area your hands are touching. And encouraging softness, releasing, melting away any tension that's not needed. Letting your body know that it's safe to let go of any holding right now. And now just resting your hands over your belly softly, noticing how the breath flows now. Noticing where you feel the expansion. Inviting the breath to drop down deeper toward the belly with each breath. Never forcing, never pushing, just inviting to see if the body will allow the breath to drop lower. I'd like to guide you through 2 little experiments that involve a little more purposeful effort than the other things we're doing in this sequence. So these 2 pieces will be exceptions. Everything else I'd like you to do with practically no effort other than a gentle invitation. But with these, we're actually going to introduce some effort, and it's for a very specific reason. And then we'll go back to just gentle allowing and inviting of the breath. So the first part, we're going to practice tensing and releasing the muscles. So we're focusing on the abdominal area. And I'd like you to hold tension in your abdomen as if you were about to do the start of a sit-up. We'll hold that for a count of 3 and then release fully. So take a gentle breath in and then tense up the abdominal muscles and hold for 1, 2, 3, and release and let the breath go. Pause for a moment. Take in another breath. And we'll hold tension in the belly once again for kind of 1, 2, 3, and release. Feel that sensation of tension leaving your belly when you consciously choose to let go. And just one more time, breathing in and holding tension in the belly. 1, 2, 3, and soften. Continuing to invite the belly to be soft and relaxed. Notice how the breath flows into your body now. Notice if you feel the breath flow just a little bit farther down. And one more little experiment to bring awareness to the potential for the belly to soften and release and expand with the exhale. I'd like you to, in a moment, exhale as completely as you can. And while you do this, I'd like you to use both hands and gently press your belly inward toward your spine, okay? And then once you get to the end of that exhale, where you feel like you've gotten everything out, then release that exhale, let the breath come rushing in, and just see where you feel the expansion. Okay, so are you ready? We're going to exhale fully, pressing the belly in until you feel like you've really reached the end, whenever that is, and then release that and let the breath come flowing back into your body in whatever way it does so naturally. And you might feel an even greater expansiveness of the abdomen as your breath comes in now. So these are just a couple little experiments to help you access that sensation that goes with a deeper belly breath. If you're starting to feel the breath dropping down into your belly, that means that your lungs are expanding more fully and your organs are getting pushed downward with the breath, and it's creating an undulating wave that massages all of your organs. We call this a diaphragmatic breath because there's a muscle called the diaphragm that compresses everything downward when you breathe in. If you don't activate the diaphragm, then the ribs and chest and upper back do the work of expanding for the breath, and your lower organs don't get to enjoy all that wonderful natural circulatory massage from the diaphragm. The best way to access the diaphragmatic breath is by releasing tension in the abdomen. So these exercises that I just guided you through are designed to help soften the belly and teach your body how to release that tension so that you can allow in this lower diaphragmatic breath that massages your organs. Take time in coaxing your body to do this, though, because there are many physical and emotional reasons that your body might hold tension in your belly. Be gentle, be patient, and allow this to be a discovery process. The most important thing is to let go of effort. Don't try hard. Just observe, listen, invite, and wait. Be curious, not pushy. So just notice as you invite softness into your belly. Notice if your breath drops a little lower. Invite healing, loving energy into your belly, into your womb. So just continue now witnessing breath flowing into your body and out in whatever way it does so naturally. Now I'd like you to particularly follow the pace of your breath, noticing that it might be nice to let it get a little longer and a little slower. So taking your time as you ride the wave of a slow breath into your body and a slow breath out. Just taking your time. And as you ride the wave of a slow breath into your body and a slow breath out, you might notice that you can pause for a bit at the bottom of the exhale. If you just let yourself pause there for a moment, you can watch and wait to see when the next breath comes in on its own. You might even be surprised by how long you can wait for the next breath to emerge. It turns out that breathing slowly is very balancing and nourishing to the body. And your body knows how much oxygen you need, so there's no need to worry about whether you're breathing enough. There will always be enough oxygen if you allow yourself to breathe naturally. So following this slow breath into your body and out, you might imagine a feather drifting in the breeze. As you witness your breath flowing in, the feather rises. As the breath leaves your body, the feather slowly falls. And as you rest in the pause at the bottom of the out-breath, the feather hovers. And then as the next in-breath comes in, the feather is lifted by the breeze. So just witnessing the feather rising, gently falling, drifting, rising, falling, drifting. Allowing yourself to soak in the calm feelings that can come from breathing naturally, gently, and slowly. You might find this process to be very calming and soothing. Sometimes, however, when we release tension and let the breath flow more freely, we notice more emotions flowing, and sometimes that can be intense. If this happens for you, see if you can ride the waves and keep breathing with it. If you find yourself feeling more intensity than you feel ready for right now, you might consider the container imagery meditation, which can help you put difficult emotions into a secure holding place, or the peaceful place imagery, which helps to conjure up pleasant images to relax to. Links to both of these are in the details below this video. Continuing now to witness breath flowing into your body, breath flowing out. Pausing at the bottom of the out-breath, waiting patiently for the next in-breath to arise. Now resting one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly, knowing that you are giving your womb a valuable gift of your loving attention and a gentle, nourishing massage as you allow your breath to flow slowly, gently, and naturally into your body and out. The more you practice this exercise, the more deeply connected you can become to the wisdom of your breath and its natural healing capacity. If you're feeling open and relaxed, you might find this to be a nice time to listen to affirmations or perhaps a peaceful place meditation. You'll find links to these options in the details below this video. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this exploration. May your time spent resting with your breath reveal in your breath an ally, a friend, and a wise guide.